In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I made this character in Adobe Illustrator. To get started, we click on File, New, Web, and Web Large. So now we can start designing on this blank canvas. So now we're going to go ahead and click on the click and hold and then rounded rectangle tool and make our first shape. So click and drag, and then we press V on our keyboard to get the selection tool, and we can now make the shape. And now we can go ahead and add the color by first turning this off and then adding a color. So what I suggest for the colors is you download a color palette that is given by Gigantic. It's a free color palette. You can download it over here. I'll put the link in the description. It's a great color palette for flat textures and flat colors. So then once you download it, you should click here and other library, and then you can load it in, double click, and you can click and drag it over here, or you could just click it and click and drag it onto your current palette, and then you could add the whatever color you want. So now we have the basic shape of the head. So now we can make the ellipse tool and then click and drag and make the eyes. So we can change the color here, maybe like a funky purple or something, and then Control C, Control F would copy and paste it on top of its original position, and Control C, Control V will paste it somewhere else. We can refine the colors later, so let's just put the eyes in here for now. So now let's go ahead and make the mouth. So let's make a simple circle here like so, and then we'll go ahead and make a rectangle. And then what we can do is we can select both these shapes we made and go into Pathfinder. So window Pathfinder is over here. If you click on it, you should get the Pathfinder options, and then you can click on this, oops, wrong one, this one, and it'll basically cut out the shape that's on the bottom. So what I mean by that is that you see how the rectangle is on top of the ellipse. It'll just cut it out when you click on this, and if you click on this one, it'll basically take the outline of the thing that's intersecting, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to click on this one. Now we have a nice big smile. We can go ahead and change the color, and now we can add some more details like the teeth perhaps. So now we can change the color of this, and now we want to copy and paste this shape over here and select both the teeth and the mouth, and click on this one, and now we have the teeth inside the mouth. And we can copy and paste one more time, make another rectangle, and make the bottom teeth. So now you can sort of grasp the concept of how we make shapes into what we would like it to look like. And now let's just quickly make the tongue over here. So now you can see it's intersecting, and we just click and drag it underneath the teeth, whoops, like so, and now it's underneath. So now that we have the mount done, we would want to add it to a new layer, because when we're exporting, it's important that we have it in a different layer. I shall go into more details in that later. So now we have the mouth here. Type out mouth, and then now whatever we do to this layer, it will affect the entire mouth. So now you have the basic concept of how to make shapes. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed up stuff, and yeah. So now we have the basic shape of the head and also the colors, so we can now add the small details like the shadows. So now we're going to go ahead and duplicate the head, so Control C, Control F, and we're going to select the layer underneath, otherwise it's not going to appear right. So now we're going to drag this down a little, and we are going to now change the colors. So now you have a little shadow underneath the original head. So now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of a shine on the tongue. So we're going to use the arc tool. So click and hold, and you can get the arc tool. And now we're going to design our little curve here. So what you would want to do is, normally you would not have anything, and then you would add some stroke to it. You want to disable this, and you want to just get a color here. That should do for now, and now let's rotate it. And then we have different shapes here. So using the direction selection tool, you can then tweak the curve and stuff. So we can match it now to the tongue shape. You can select the point here, and you can move it around. Okay, so for the hair, we're gonna go ahead and select all our hair components. Control C, Control F. We're gonna scale it down like so, and then we're gonna drag it down below all the other hair levels, and then we can now change the color to what we want. So that's how we can add the shadows for the hair. We need to get rid of this part. We can copy and paste our head layer, and then we can now click on this, click on our new head layer, and click on that one, and now it's sort of matching over there. And then same here, Control C, Control F, select these two layers and click on this, and now it fits properly. Okay, so now let's go ahead and design the body. So since he sort of looks like a kid, let's just design a very cartoony and slash a small body. Long limbs, like so. We can refine this later, and that should do for now. And yeah, I'm just gonna speed this up for now. Alright, so now we're pretty much done with the character. In the next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to export him into Adobe After Effects and start animating him. So, see you in the next tutorial.